animation.
Good day, my friend, and welcome to Inside the Vegan Brain. I'm your host, the always nice and politically correct Dr. V. Gan. Since this video will be longer than most people's attention span is, let us not waste any time and get right into the vegan brain to answer our today's question. Why do vegans compare human slavery and the Holocaust to eating animal products? As we are on our way to the department that will answer our question, we do have some time to first talk about human slavery and the Holocaust. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with both topics, so I won't give you a history lesson on what did happen. However, I will speak about why these events were allowed to take place in the past and why they are unthinkable to be supported by people of our society nowadays. So, why was human slavery and the Holocaust condoned and even actively supported by so many people back in the day? The simplified answer is differences. It has always been easy for humans to justify committing violence and oppression of others by pointing to any difference between them. If you look through history, things like skin color, religion, or any other difference you can think of really, could have and would have been used as a justification to violate, oppress, enslave, and kill others. Luckily, society eventually advanced by learning to recognize and respect each other's most basic right, the right to live in freedom. This could only happen because instead of focusing on trivial differences to justify harmful actions like oppression, people now started to see there are much more important things all parties have in common with one another. Because at the end of the day, the things everyone has in common are at the very least the ability to experience emotions, both positive and negative, the ability to consciously experience physical sensations like pleasure and pain, and maybe most importantly, the will to live life as happily as possible. Well, yeah, it may sound unnecessary to point out why we shouldn't oppress others just because we are not the same, but you will see what I am getting at once we have reached our destination. Which may or may not be soon, depending on how long it will take for these delicious vegan recipes to cross our way.
Two hours later.
Alright. So we finally enter the Why do vegans compare human slavery and the Holocaust to eating animal products department, where we get to ask a fellow brain cell our today's question. So, Mr. Brain Cell, why do vegans compare human slavery and the Holocaust to eating animal products?
I am vegan.
Yeah, I know. Please simply answer my question.
You should be vegan too.
Oh, sorry, he just went vegan. He doesn't know any better yet. You can go watch some veganimation videos or something.
Yay, veganimaception.
As for your question, a while ago this brain department was only responsible for processing information revolving around the injustices of human slavery and the Holocaust. But after plenty of research we came to realize that how humans oppress, exploit and kill animals for their food and fashion preferences nowadays follows the same patterns of past events like human slavery or the Holocaust. In fact, what is done to animals in standard factory farming practices nowadays is arguably even more cruel than what humans have done to each other in the past.
So you then changed your department name to the current one?
Well, yeah, not yet. After our realization, we dismissed all this new information temporarily because of peer pressure from the now disbanded Animals Aren't Humans. Also, they have less value than humans, therefore they have no right to life at all, though department, and the I do whatever the heck I want because I can, though department. But after we took another unbiased look at the subject, and when we found out that even Holocaust survivors themselves have approved of this controversial comparison, we realized for good that buying animal products indeed supports an industry that a well-known Holocaust survivor himself called an eternal Treblinka for the animals. So yeah, because of all of this, our department has adjusted its tasks to be consistent with its moral values, and we are therefore now against oppression of all sentient life rather than only being against oppression of one single group of sentient life. In a nutshell, instead of pointing to differences to try justifying oppression, exploitation and killing of other sentient beings, we now see and respect the traits that humans and animals have in common, like the ability to experience emotions, both positive and negative, the ability to experience physical sensations like pleasure and pain, and maybe most importantly, the will to live life as happily as possible.
Alright, thank you very much, Mr. Brain Cell. So, there you have it. The next time you see a vegan comparing the consumption of animal products and the process that leads to these products to human slavery or the Holocaust, you now know that it's not that they don't see the differences between humans and animals, but that they do see the similarities. I hope you can now understand the reasoning of vegans a little bit better, and I very much hope that you consider veganism for yourself too. This was Dr. Vegan from Inside the Vegan Brain. Thank you for tuning in.
I am vegan!